Mike Gehring again, back with you. I'm going to finish this one up real quick. I told you in the last video I thought I didn't hit record. I did hit record. I didn't have the microphone on. Awesome. So in these videos, if you get a video that has crappy sound quality, it's because this mic isn't on, and I had to use the mic from the video. In this last one, we're going to talk about how most people don't realize that they're in competition with everyone for everything. Okay, if you see me sweating here, it's really hot in my office. Got these can lights on, had them on for the whole time I've been doing this, and so I'm itching to get this last one done and these wrapped up and turn the air conditioning back on and shut these can lights off. But the reason that it's so important for you to realize this concept of being in competition with everyone for everything is because performance is a hugely, massively valuable part of life. Okay, I've been married for a good while, and we went through some hard times, and I found out, realized again, sometimes you know stuff. And I bet going through these videos, you thought you knew some stuff, and you don't know them. You don't know them like marked your consciousness, ingrained in your thought process, useful in every idea that pops out, kind of a knowing. Okay, and that's what I want to do with these videos. I want to give you that knowing. I want to give you some useful, tangible thoughts and ideas that you can integrate into your thought process and into your business systems and into your philosophies of life, so that you can be more successful. But this concept of performance is huge because I found out recently if I don't do a good job of paying the bills, then I'm still, even though I'm married, I'm still in competition with guys who might pay the bills better than I am. And if you're a guy and or if you're a gal and you're one of those gals that doesn't take very good care of her husband, I'm trying to think of an appropriate way to say it, you're going to find out, as a lot of women do, that you're in competition with women out there who might want the guy that you've got and might do a better job at meeting some of his needs than you're currently doing, and that's just life. Okay, that's just life. We live on a planet that is amazing at supporting life and amazing, really amazing at extinguishing it. And all relationships are living, breathing things. They're either in an upward spiral and growth, or they're a downward spiral into death. And when you realize that, and you realize that you're in competition with everyone for everything, everyone for everything, for the breath that you're breathing, for the space that you're taking, for the lane that you're driving in, for whatever it is, then you can up your level of performance so that you can successfully accomplish the things that you want to accomplish and get the rewards that you want to get. And when you forget that you're in performance mode, when you forget that you're in competition with everyone for everything, then you lower the bar. You lower the standard of your performance. You lower the output, so to speak, until somebody else comes in and competes at a higher level than you're competing. When you realize that resources are scarce and that everyone's competing for them, then it motivates you to a higher level of action, a higher level of service, a higher level of performance, where you can get that grant money that you need to continue your education, or you can get that job that you wanted that pays much, much better, or you can move into a new area of business where it requires a level of performance that's higher than you're currently doing. And I see this a lot in older business owners in particular, in people that are used to the status quo, that don't like change. And I live in an area, in an economic market where people are very resistant to change. They don't want to take on new things. I've actually heard people brag about not being able to use a computer. I've heard people brag about not being on the internet. I've heard people brag like it's some medal of honor that they're hanging on to antiquated ways that cost more and take more and don't serve as well. That's ridiculous. If you're going to be and remain competitive and of value, then you've got to compete. You know, we every 4 years we do this Olympics where we take the best of the best, the people that have been training every day and working hard and maintaining a high level of commitment to their sport or to their activity. And we take them and we put them in competition, and then we reward them with gold medal. And and there's a lot to that. And I think Napoleon said, "Never underestimate what a man will do for a ribbon," and that's true. You know, when you realize that you're in competition, when there are losers and there are winners, then it's easy to decide which side you're going to be on. But a lot of people in life, they get so caught up in the day-to-day, and they get so caught up in the mundane and the obligatory that they have to, that they get numb to the fact that they're competing, that there are people who want what they have, that there are people who will do more than they're willing to do to get it. You know, I heard a story of a guy one time. He said, I'm making $300,000 a year. Why would I do anything else? Well, $300,000 a year is chump change. That's why you would do something else. $300,000 a year sucks to live on. That's why you would do something else. And if you're not making $300,000 a year, apply it to your own personal situation. If you're not making $30,000 a year, if you're not making $100,000 a year, if you're not making $1 million a year, it sucks to live off of that. And the people that have to do it generally don't have very good lives. They're not smiling all the time. They're not happy all the time. They're going to jobs that they hate. They're going to stuff that they have to do. Well, they don't have to do it, but it's all they know to do. And they don't realize that if they'd up their level of performance, they could compete with the people who are willing to perform for those better paying positions. And, you know, it's just life. We're in competition. As a species, we're in competition. As a corporation, you're in competition. In a sport, you're in competition. As an individual in a relationship, you're in a competition. As a child in a family, you're in competition for the attention and affection from your parents. It shouldn't be a competition, but it is, and that's how personality types develop. Is people find different ways of performing to get the love and affection of their parents, and that's just life, you know. That's just life. Some people they perform on the positive side, and some people perform on the negative side. I generally recommend you perform on the positive side and don't whine and complain and you know, if you go to a bar. You see at a club, you see girls dancing up on a bar. They're in competition. Those girls up there shaking their rump on the bar know they're in competition. The ones sitting on the stool at the bar waiting for some guy to come in and sweep them out of there and take them home and marry them, those girls don't know they're in competition, or they don't feel like competing at that level, you know. And you see it everywhere, and you don't really apply the fact that we're in competition. It's a competition. It's a competition for everything. It's a competition in business. It's a competition in life. But when you realize that you're in that competition, when you get that ingrained into your thought process, into your systems of thought, then that gives you control and motivation to improve your performance. It doesn't matter what job you have, you can do a better job at it. And you'd be a better person if you did a better job at it, and you know it. You know it. But, you know, hey, I might not be the best so-and-so, but I'm better than so-and-so is being a so-and-so. Well, so who wants to be the best loser? You know? If you don't have the stuff that you want out of life, then go get it. If you've got access to a public library, you can educate yourself, retrain yourself, go get them. Do it. I talked to a guy on the phone last week. He's born with spinal bifida. They told him he'd never walk, he'd never do anything, and he competes in sports and he walks and he's starting a business and all this stuff. They said he'd never do. You know, there's a guy who's got multiple sclerosis. He's a motivational speaker. There's a guy who doesn't have arms and legs. He's a motivational speaker. He probably makes more money than you do. You know, it's a competition. It's a competition, and you got to get that through your head. You got to get it into your systems of thought. You've got to get it into your business. You've got to get it into your marriage. You've got to get it into your life, or you're going to get out competed by somebody who wants what you want bad enough to take it from you. Just life. I'm only about 30 seconds over on this one. But I hope you've enjoyed these things. I hope they're a good service to you. I hope it gets you thinking. I hope it gets you doing. I hope it gets you motivated. I hope it gets you to realize that there are things in this world that you wish your parents would have told you about, and that maybe you learned some things on this. My name is Michael Gehring, and I've enjoyed putting these videos together for you. This is my gift to you. I'm doing this for you just because I want you to have a better life. I originally put this together for my kids. Maybe they won't listen to me while I'm talking to them, but maybe they'll visit my website and check out these videos. Maybe these would be good for your kids. I don't know. If you found some value in them, I hope two things. I hope you remember to give back whatever way that you can to do that. You can send me money on PayPal at mgehring@michaelgehring.com. Because anybody who gives something, anybody who gets something for nothing, somebody else got nothing for something, and that's not fair. It's not fair. These are. I hope you give these to the people that you like, love, and care about. I hope you use these to teach your kids, or teach your employees, or teach your spouse, or teach somebody. I hope you pass them on and keep giving the gift. Tell your friends about them. They'll be on YouTube and on this website. You can check them out. You can download them. I'm gonna put them in on YouTube. I'm also going to try to make them available in MP4 format. I've not done that before. I've got the MP3s. I'm putting together the MP3s so you can put them on your iPod, your iPad, your whatever, your phone. I hope this helps you have a better life. Until next time, have a good one.